Hey, yo, what it is? It's your boy, Young Casey Veggies. Make sure y'all tune in. Listen to me today on the AM Caffeine Morning Show. Let's get it. Live and grow.
Get your morning started the right way with the AM Caffeine Morning Show.
So today, man, we got a real fly special guest, and I feel really energetic today. In my smoothie today, I had kale, beets, some cucumbers. Casey Veggies in the house. So you have veggies. You got to make it really official, dude.
For real, you did.
Casey Veggies is in the mother effing building.
What's the deal?
If you have been really paying attention to, what's been going on in hip hop, really over these last few years, how it's really gone back to the artist really being in control of their content and the artist really being able to put out the music when they want to put it out, to put out the type of music that they want to put out.
Yeah.
You understand the grind and what Casey Veggies has been doing these last few years, man. And I think it's really dope to see artists like you that have really taken your career into your own hand and not necessarily waiting for a major label. Yeah. There was a time in hip hop, it started out like independent, like cats was really independently putting out their own material. Yeah. Majors came in, and of course when there's a lot of money flowing and the majors can help you market and promote, it kind of it got a little corporate, but now it's getting back to what the music, the grassroots, and what the artist is about.
Nah, for real.
And that's really what you're in that class of artists that have really done that, man.
For real, it's hard too, but
I know that's what I'm saying. I know the grind the grind is harder, but the payoff will be bigger.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's just that you have to have the ability to stick with it. And believe in your craft, believe in the music that you're putting out there, man. And you've been a testament to that. Like I tell you, you got some joints. You got some joints. Now, your biggest song commercially today would be what?
We would have to go with, I would probably say Backflip.
You have to go with Backflip. That's what I was going to say.
Tied Up, you know what I'm saying, with Days Low.
So when
record actually Tied Up is bigger than Backflip.
So now you think Tied Up is bigger than Backflip because of that feature with Days Low? You think that's what it is?
The numbers don't lie.
But man, that backflip though in that club there, boy. Don't sleep on that back.
Yeah,
don't have me come over this microphone.
Right, if you have to punch in Smooth D's numbers, I would go with back.
Don't have me come over this microphone, dear boy.
You're right.
That backflip ain't no punk.
You can't play with that backflip.
So now when you put the whole backflip together, was it your idea? Who produced that first? Let me start there.
Actually, I Am Sue out of the Bay Area. He produced
Shout out
it.
I Am Sue. Smoothie's a huge fan of I Am Sue.
That's my
huge
dog.
Fan.
You know what I'm saying? We've been knowing each other a while, actually. It was one of them type of things where I've been knowing him and we never worked on any music. But one day he came out to L.A. He was in North Hollywood, like around the corner working.
Right.
He said, come through. I came through. Backflip was the first beat he played me. And I was like, that's it. I was like, load that up.
So he produced that as well?
Yeah, he produced it. We wrote the hook together, wrote the record together. We just went in. You know what I'm saying? The vibe was crazy. The beat came on, and we just went with it. Went with the vibes. We did that song in a little less than an hour. It was crazy.
So then you get it done and you put it out. What was the time frame from the time that it was done to the time that you guys actually put it out?
That record, we moved fast on that. We did the song, and then probably 2-3 weeks later, it was my birthday, my 21st birthday. We dropped it. I performed the song I did about 7 parties for my birthday.
And was killing them everywhere.
We did Backflip every party. So that's kind of how the record started
getting bubbling
on. It was like a real organic way of putting the record out. And this is before the label even got behind the record, you know what I'm saying? And before it hit the radio stations, we was pushing the record in the clubs and just in the city, you know what I'm saying? And they was just telling me, people was telling me like, Casey, that joint is crazy.
Right.
And then YG called me. And he was like, yo, this joint crazy.
I need to get on that. I need that.
And I'm like, okay, that's when I knew. And DJ Mustard was coming to me, like, you got one. He was like, you got one. And I was like, all right, we got one. And then YG hopped on it.
So originally when you first started performing it around your birthday. It was just you and I Am Soup. There was no YG at that point.
Yeah, he didn't hop on the record yet. You know, we was just performing it, vibing with it, and you know, people was enjoying the record. And once YG hopped on it, we shot the video, and it was been going crazy at radio all around the U.S. People all around the world been vibing to the record, and you know, I'm excited.
That's dope, man. Shout out to the homie YG and DJ Mustard, man.
Yeah,
I've been watching YG from the time that, man, really when the whole jerk movement and all that stuff was kind of popping, and there was a lot of artists from LA that was really, you know, using that movement in the dance scene to kind of get out there. And I remember YG had gone on vacation.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe he was in Dubai. I don't know where he was. But like 2 days after he got back, I met with him and Mustard. And at that time, he was still trying to figure out, I mean, maybe the content of music that he wanted to put out, or how he was going to go about doing it. And I swear, it seemed like overnight that YG just took off,
he
man.
He figured it all the way out.
I mean, he really figured it out.
I respect that about him too. He was really, you know, in the studio, focused on his craft, and that's what we got to do as artists. You know, we can't get caught up in the limelight and all the attention and all that. Like, we got to really go back to the studio and focus. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
And I think that's what he definitely went and did with that first album.
Absolutely. Got my boy Casey Veggies rocking with the AM Caffeine Morning Show crew today. So Ron C, we get into the mix now? Don't get mad at me. Ron C gets mad when I call an audible. Like, he doesn't get mad at the whack ass San Francisco 49ers when they go up there and change the play. So let me change the play.
Wow. Wow.
I initially wanted to start out with Casey's single, right? His new single. But let's start with that backflip, dude. Let's start the show off right.
You want to hit with the remix, or you want to hit him with the...
I mean, let Casey, it's Casey's day. Whatever he want to do.
I like the remix.
You want to hit the remix?
Let's hit him with the remix.
All right.
Yeah.
There it is, man. Casey Veggies in the building.
Swag.
Backflip remix. Ron C.
Let's get it.
Don't get mad at me, dude. There it is. Damn Caffeine Morning Show. We'll be back. Rock with us. Casey Veggies is rocking with us today. And because of that, you know, all day, I just ordered some broccoli, cauliflower, and cabbage. That's all day is veggies for me today, dude. That's it. Gotta make it official, dude. Casey, so now you just dropped this new album you were telling me about.
Yeah.
Give me some specifics. So you dropped it when last week?
We dropped it, Friday, 2 days ago, on the 25th, and it's called Live and Grow. This is my first debut album, you know what I'm saying? I got about 8 projects out since I was 13. So there was all like free mixtapes, you know. I had a couple albums sprinkled in there, but you know, when you're releasing it for free and giving it to the people, it's really a mixtape. You
Absolutely.
know what I'm saying? So this is the first retail, full distributed project, you know what I'm saying, for me.
So you released it. Who is it backed by company wise? It's a label. It's a distribution situation. What?
Yeah, I'm signed to Vested in Culture, Epic Records.
Okay.
Yeah, so I signed with them about 2.5 years ago. You know, it's just distribution. You know, I'm managed by Rock Nation.
Right.
And PNCINTL, which is Peas and Carrots, is my company.
So how did the whole Rock Nation? How did that come about? How did that relationship materialize?
It's funny. It's random because it actually came about because Q-Tip was trying to get in touch with me from Tribe Called Quest. So he called in to me, and I met him through this dude Rich, and he happened to work with Rock Nation as well. So it was just kind of like Q-Tip was like looking to sign me because he was starting a label. Then from there, that didn't really go down. Then Rich introduced me to Jay-Z, and Jay-Z, he flew me out to New York. We chopped it up for a couple, you know.
See, I low key don't really like how he. Yeah, so you know I was with Jay-Z. Like, you know, he low key stunted, but not really. Like he, you know, like,
that was 12th grade. I was.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That was 12th grade, man. That was a couple years back.
So now you with Obama now. I'm past Jay-Z.
No, I'm just.
That's dope. So now, how did that first initial meeting with Jay-Z go?
It was pretty crazy. It was a couple hours. You know, he was working on Watch the Throne, the album he put out with Kanye.
Right.
So we went by the hotel out there. He was in the studio working, and I just played him some songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, played him about 4 songs. He was feeling it, you know, and we were just talking about music and talking about, the first thing Jay asked me, he was like, "What's your story?"
Right.
And that's the first thing he asked me. And it kind of caught me
off guard.
Yeah, and I was like kind of nervous, but I told him, just explain where I'm from and what I'm doing. And it was dope. And at the end of the meeting, he was like, "Let's make something happen. Like, let's do something." You know what I mean? Like, let's do some business together. And we ended up signing. I did the management deal with them, and it's been great, man. It's just been a long process, a lot of hard work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Learning as I go, and I'm excited though for the future.
Creatively, the music and the content that you want to put out to reflect you, do you then, after you create it, do you then have to go by Rock Nations and do they have to endorse it, or they kind of just are trusting you as an artist because you know who you are?
They definitely let me do my thing on this album, like in all my future projects. I'm sure, like they let me do my thing. Definitely come with a little input. You know what I'm saying, to help it out, or come with a little extra, advice or steam to push me to make even greater
better
songs.
Music.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's always levels to the music you're making, and being with Rock Nation just helps me gauge like the different qualities, the different levels of records that's being put out. You know what I mean? You gotta just always take everything in perspective. You can be doing this type of music, but if you take your time and pick this type of beat, your record can be all around the world.
Right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? It's just that mindset of being like on a higher level.
So it's out on Friday. It came out Friday, and it's is it just digital, or is there going to be maybe hard copies one, like maybe in Target? I know there's not that many places that you can actually get.
Yeah, it's in stores.
Okay.
FYE, Best Buy.
Got you. There it is.
Like all the it's in Amoeba in Hollywood.
There it
it's
is.
in all the a lot of mainstream.
Whatever
music
mainstream
stores.
major
It's actually
stores
not
are
at
now.
Target though. It's not. I don't think it's like distributed at Walmart.
Well, then forget Target.
It's not at Walmart.
I'll never go to Target again.
It's not at Target. I mean, it's harder to get your record, your CDs in these certain stores.
No,
you know what I mean?
absolutely. And if you start talking about cost and where you want your record displayed and
That's
all
a
that,
whole
sort of-
nother
That's a
story.
whole nother. I don't even need to go there, but I get you.
Yeah.
So
but we in stores though.
That's all that matters.
We in stores for sure.
How many songs on the album?
13 records.
13. Who produced on it?
We got DJ Mustard,
What up, Mustard?
On the
Hit
beat,
Boy,
yo.
and the homie Hit Boy. Shout out to Hit Boy.
Hit
Just
Boy.
from Hit Boy 2 weeks ago. What up, Hit
Shout
Boy?
out to THC, out of LA.
Okay.
Dope.
The homie S. Dot, Young Cat out of LA, killing it. Fresh Chuck out of Hawaii. I just worked with a lot of people I was used to working with. You know what I mean? Like a lot of my friends and the relationships that I built.
Right. As you should.
Yeah. So
What about features?
we got Ty Dolla $ign.
What up, Ty?
We got Dom Kennedy.
Woo!
I got the homie Tyler the Creator.
Woo!
BJ the Chicago Kid.
Woo!
Days Loaf. YG. I Am Sue.
Oh, you ain't playing.
Yeah, it's it's some stuff on there, man. It's not no play.
I see. I see. That's why you didn't bring us no free copies, man. Bro, you got to go get that.
You got no promo.
I'm not mad.
Or you can stream it on Spotify. I get.
You get that too. You get that too.
Yeah.
So how long did it take you to put this project together till you felt like I finally got it right and I'm totally comfortable about putting this out?
Obviously it took me longer than every other project.
As it should, though.
Because it was like the first one. It's that extra pressure that comes from like signing a record deal, your first album, what you gonna do, what do people expect from you. So it took me a little longer. I would say it took me like a year and a half, 2 years.
Wow.
I was working on all type of music. I put out a mixtape. I was doing features. I was going on tour, doing a lot of shows, and I was just working steadily on this project to where now I had about 120 songs, 150 songs.
Wow.
At least, ideas and records that I was working on. I got about a whole nother album worth of records that I feel like could have made this album.
So did you feel that while you were working on this project, but you were still being featured on stuff and putting out mixtapes, did you feel that you had to continue to do that in order to keep your name out there and not stay away too long?
I think I did stay away too long, actually. You know what I'm saying? A lot of artists do. It's easy for that to happen nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many artists, you know what I mean? Like, you can't put out hot music and then not put out more hot music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people want more hot music from you as an artist, you know what I'm saying? So, I went about, a year and a half without putting out a project, a solo project. And now we got Live and Grow out now. I had to work into it. I had to really I was going through a lot of this growing process.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? With the industry, the music business. And then all the things that I've achieved, to this point, it's like, what's next? What's next? How do we achieve something bigger? So everything feels new. You know what I mean? Because it's like you can achieve all these underground things, and it's like, how do we achieve something bigger to get to the
next level?
You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
And that's what I was on, really, just figuring it out.
Who influences you? Who do you listen to? Maybe, it doesn't have to be a current artist, just in music general. Who like inspires you when you hear their music?
It's a lot of dope artists, a lot of dope new artists, my peers, but I'm gonna go with the person who definitely inspired me as a 13-year-old kid, 12-year-old high school kid. When music was a lot of guns and violence in music, and this artist came. He came with something different, something for kids like me, which was Kanye West.
Okay.
He came with records that was like speaking for another type of kid. You know what I mean? And that was me. Like, I wasn't the kid that was trying to grow up and be all like a gangster rapper. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't trying to be nothing I'm not. And Kanye was that artist like Nas, Kanye, Q-Tip, like, you know what I'm saying, Jay-Z, and we can go down the list of like.
Give you an alternative from that.
Yeah, the real hip hop artists that just.
You grew up in LA.
Yeah, I grew up in LA, Inglewood.
In Inglewood. Yeah. So you seen it. You was in the thick of what you understand what it is in LA.
Yeah, for real. I went to Crenshaw High.
Wait.
10th grade, I went to Inglewood. I just, I saw everything.
And what was it that made you not want to do certain things that made you want to become that alternative artist where you didn't want to, succumb to quote unquote what people think the hood is? And it could be your big ass daddy, because I know him.
I mean, just like seeing everything, like not being easily influenced. Like a lot of people or young kids are easily influenced. Like, so I just I tried to be strong-minded, you know what I mean? I was skateboarding in middle school when nobody was skateboarding. I started rapping when nobody was rapping. Like, all my homies was playing basketball. Like, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to start rapping.
Right.
And then now everybody's rapping.
Everybody's doing it.
Like, I was just on trying to be on. I was on something different before, like 12, at 12 years old, and that was the goal, like just to try to be like my own person, you know what I mean? Be original. And really, music just was something. It was an outlet for me, and I just got into it and never looked back.
So you kind of started it. I don't want to say as a hobby, but you kind of just you started to be different. What?
You said what?
I said you were doing it to be different, not like like a hobby, but you wanted it to be different. But at what point did you realize, like, you know what, like, I'm pretty damn good?
Yeah, I was just doing it for fun, like writing, filling up the page in my notebook in class, like, just like letting out those thoughts and expressing myself,
right?
Through the raps. And I think it was like, I put out my first mixtape when I was 14, and I think when I turned about 17, 18, I put out this project called Sleeping in Class. And this was like a 12-song, 11-song all-original album, and I was still in high school. And this is when I really realized, like, okay, I got something. I got a little gift here.
Right.
I know how to put together these projects. I know how to pick these beats, and I was adding other sounds to the beats. Like, I wasn't just getting the beat and rapping on them. Like, we was going in, adding instruments, really writing records.
Enhancing everything.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, I really know how to do this now. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the project came out crazy, and that's one of the first projects I really was starting to get, a lot more buzz, on the online, and, definitely on the internet, people start talking about me more, and it gave me more confidence that I can put out this project like an original body of work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard. It's easy to like rap on a lot of different people's beats.
Man, picking them beats ain't no punk.
But when you put together that body of work and it's speaking your story, it's nothing that can beat that. Because it's like you're telling people your stories. Like you can walk up to a person, you don't even gotta talk to them. It's like they know how you feel. Like,
right,
you know what I'm saying? That's the type of music I want to make. Like, you don't even gotta tell them, because they already heard your music and they heard where you come from. And I think records like Sleeping in Class, it spoke from like that, like a young kid's perspective. Like if you were 18, 17, and you in high school, trying to figure out your dream, figure out what you want to be, what you want to do. I feel like I was making music for those kids,
Right.
And it's not a lot of artists that's making records for those kids.
You never lied, man. AM Caffeine Morning Show. Casey Veggies is rocking with us for this whole hour today, man. Ron C.
What up?
Casey's here, dude.
I'm about to drop his new joint.
Okay, so let's. What song is this, Ron C? Because sometimes you've been known that not be on point. That's why you haven't got that raise.
Yeah,
So, is this the new single? Cause
the new single, man. Tied Up.
All right, so let Casey introduce his song, dude. Don't take over. This ain't about you today, dog. Casey, introduce your new single, man. Let Ron C trying to take your shine.
Man. We at the AM Caffeine Morning Show. You already know what it is. It's Young Casey Veggies. This is my new single, Tied Up, featuring Days Low.
Turn this mother effer up, Ron C. Drop the bombs. Exclusive Casey Veggies is in the building. AM Caffeine Morning Show. Ron C, let it go.
It's whatever you.
Casey Veggies rocking with us today, man.
Yeah.
Just while Ron C was in the mix, man, we were just off air talking about music and artists that are out that he listens to, and artists that I like, and folks that kind of inspire you. Now, you went on to tell me that folks that, you know, from the age of 12 and 13 that you listened to that kind of really made you want to do music. Yeah. What artists now what your peers that you feel like what's the last song that you heard from an artist and you was like, oh, I got to get in the studio, I got to go get him. And not like as a diss, but like it motivated you to want to go create.
I think a lot of albums, like a lot of the recent albums that's been coming out, it's always a record. There's always like one or two. Something on there that's like crazy. But I'm all about the vibes. You know, I think I'm loving like the just heavy 808s, but still instrumentation, still musical. You know what I'm saying? I love what Metro Boomin is doing. Like his beats is crazy. With Future, like he got records out. You know, certain records that have just got so much melody and like emotion and feeling, and then the beat is banging. So it's like it just keeps you going, like keeps you in that mode. You know, obviously Drake and Future, they've been killing it. Right. Kendrick has been killing it.
No question. Love Kendrick.
Yeah, I got like my homies, you know, out of LA, like Dom Kennedy.
Dom, so wait, does Dom have an album coming out?
He just actually dropped
it, right?
Yeah.
Shout out Dom Kennedy.
Yeah, he always got some vibes going.
Right.
It's just a lot of good music coming out, you know, especially out the west side of New York. It's some dope stuff coming out. I like Party Next Door.
Yeah.
Good vibes. I'm all about the vibes and, you know, the melodies and the emotion in the music. It's a lot of dope stuff out. Travis Scott, he got some records. That's crazy.
He got a lot of records.
Yeah.
Ain't Travis Scott dating somebody I saw somewhere or something? I think Travis Scott got him like a little
pulled him one?
Yeah, I think he pulled him like a little starlet out there. Boy, I gotta check that Google there. I think I just saw that there, boy. Yeah, AM Caffeine Morning Show. So to support this new project that you have coming out, what's going on live presentation? We have some shows coming up here, any tours in the work?
Yeah, I'm actually, I got a lot of shows coming up. I'm about to go on tour with Dom Kennedy.
Ooh.
We got a tour coming up, so it starts next month. And then I'm gonna be doing my own like shows and stuff like that too. Doing a lot of college shows and just, you know, hitting different markets, promoting the brand.
That college market is very, very strong, man. And shout out to like Tyler who does that, the Tyler Creator, man. Like all the stuff that they do is it's just crazy.
Yeah, nah, for real. Just being creative, man. I got my clothing line, Peas and Carrots. We pushing that, shooting videos off the album, and just a lot of just being.
So creative. You have a clothing line. Is it out? Yeah. What type of line is it?
Yeah, it's a streetwear line. Okay. It's out now. We have a store actually on Beverly. You know, it's been open for a couple years, and now we just pushing it on, keeping it moving forward. And
in the store, is it just strictly your brand or other brands as well?
It's my brand. We actually, you know, we're doing collaborations.
Okay.
I'm definitely open to carrying other brands that I just think are dope.
Right.
We trying to do some stuff with Puma. You know, get Puma in the store.
Okay, see, here's how I feel about this AM Caffeine Morning Show. As soon as Casey walked in the building today, right? It's like, damn, that Puma shirt that you got on is nasty. If it was my size, I might have took it. And then he kind of hit me with the patent leather Puma shoes. You knew, Jack. You got guys over there, Ron. You guys don't really have a fashion sense. Well, Ron, actually, you have on some suede Pumas. You kept it old school, but it's 2015. He came with the fly Puma outfit today, like a Puma collab would be crazy.
Nah, for real, man. So
Jay-Z better put that together. Can somebody get Sean on the phone?
It's a lot coming together though, for real. And for the future, man, I'm just about to keep working on music. This album was like it's like a stepping stone for me, just getting it out, keeping my name fresh out here, you know, and And really, my name is new to a lot of people, so I just want to give people like a body of work while I'm working on a lot of greatness. You know what I'm saying? So just gotta stay busy.
Anybody you trying to work with? If there was one person, KC, dead or alive, I mean, make it even fly. One person, dead or alive, that you could do a collaboration with, who would it be?
Kanye West for sure.
Kanye,
musically, yeah.
Musically, really? So have you met Kanye?
Yeah, he actually came by my show.
Okay,
I was on tour with Travis Scott. No, he came out with Travis. He came to our show. It was pretty crazy. That was like a surreal moment.
Right,
as a rapper, like, you know what I'm saying? That was one of my greatest moments, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so was it a conversation or was it just a hey, kind of just keep it moving?
Like, it wasn't really like a super combo, but it was like, you know, like, it was good. Like, he was watching my performance. He was just showing love, and it was just dope, the fact that he acknowledged me as an artist.
Absolutely.
Not just like I'm just walking up to him like, what's good? Like, that was my first time meeting my favorite rapper,
right?
Like,
right,
at my show. So it was kind of like, you know,
that's crazy. Like you're meeting him at your show.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? It was different.
Right. Shout out Kanye West, man. Smooth D, was that me and you? We met Kanye years ago at the album release party.
No, I think that was Rhea.
And he had his taco meat out too. Man, he had that shirt. I was like, Kanye, you got to button that up all the way. AM Caffeine Morning Show. But I'm a huge Kanye fan. Taco meat and all. So the album is out. It's available everywhere.
Yeah. iTunes.
To this day, your best body of work.
Definitely. My most grown up body of work.
Right.
Most mature body of work. Yeah.
You're 21. How old are you?
22.
So it really took you 22 years, really, when you look at it, to put this together.
Yeah.
It's all your journeys, everything that you've gone through for you to get to this point.
Yeah, from the lyricism to the, you know, the sound of the album, to the beats, the transitions, to the way everything is sounding cohesive. Like, you know, my mixtape, everything was hot too, but it's like the production value is just raising. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I love about music. Like, my album sounds really good, then I'll hear an album that sounds probably better than my album. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Like I listen to music on a different level, like from the mixing, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the whole production value of it. That's what I enjoy, like taking records and bringing them to life. You know, when it comes to the editing, the after, what you do after you get out the booth, you know what I'm saying? It means a lot. And I think all the greatest artists can like vouch for that, you know what I'm saying? That the pre-production and like the after production is crazy.
Right.
And that's what it's all about. Just like my next album, I want it to sound better. You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking about. Like, what do you do? It's certain steps you take
to get to that next level.
To like
show that growth.
It's certain processes of creating the music, or, you know, certain qualities of sound that you need to take it to the next level. You know what I'm saying?
Man, AM Caffeine Morning Show. Casey Veggies rocked out with us. So Ron C, you giving me signals like you want KC to rhyme or something.
Exactly.
Hold on.
It's time.
It's kind of early. It's kind of early in the morning. I mean, I had my vegetables because Veggies was in the building. I don't know if he had his. You acting like you want to play a beat or something to see if he want. I mean, KC, I don't know. Your AM Caffeine Morning Show is early in the morning. I had my beat.
Play that beat you was just playing. What's that beat you was just
now
playing?
he asking. Okay, KC, that's what I want to hear. Damn it. Okay. Oh, AM Caffeine Morning Show. Casey Veggies in the building. I had my avocado too, punk.
Oh, man.
It's actually a fruit, bro.
This is a classic beat right here.
A seed. Shut up.
This is a classic beat right here.
Casey, do what you do, dog. AM Caffeine Morning Show.
Whoa. Yeah. I got my dad in the building. We gotta go up. Look. Yo. It's like West Side, I big the block and that phone. Look. It's like West Side, I big the block and that phone shit when I hit the block. Watch the way you run up on me, dog. I don't know if you want to take a pic or not. These niggas think they rap guys, ain't none of y'all niggas big or pop. Look, big the block and that phone shit when I hit the block. Watch the way you run up on me, dog. I don't know if you want to take a pic or not. These niggas think they rap guys, ain't none of y'all niggas big or pop. I fucking forgot it. Hold on.
Take your time. It's AM Caffeine Morning Show. Joe Jones is in the building. That's a big dude right there. Don't mess up. Get put on punishment. Joe Jones, definitely an icon in the Los Angeles area, man. Been doing it for a long time on a promotional tip. I had no idea that Joe was Casey's pops. When I found out, I tripped out. Like, wow. Because I never been knowing Joe forever. And he never said that. So it really bugged me out. Joe's rocking with us today. Don't try to put KC on punishment like he's doing his own thing. He can call Jay-Z, dog.
Look.
Right.
Go ahead, KC. You got this beat, man. Do what you gonna do, man.
Like first, right around there.
Oh,
Alright, there you go. Shit. I'm gonna give y'all a few bars.
just give us something.
Look, exclusive. You gotta be exclusive. Went and got a new chick, cause my last girl was clueless. She useless. Stacey Dash is the younger version. I'm so fresher than detergent. You got no hits like a virgin. And I'm riding around in the newest version. Baby girl, I need another type. Wanna stay at home, not a. Look, I said, baby girl, I need another type. Wanna stay at home, not about that life. That know her wrongs, just from her rights. We still got feelings, even though we fight. Stay down, get the whip with the top down. Stint for it.
Woo!
I'm trying to catch that beat. That shit crazy. I'm trying to catch it. Look. You stay down, get the whip with the top down. I sent for you. I'll move you out to my town. LA, town in LA. Tupac, how I ride around. I'm still screaming out thug life. Stressed out, but I love life. They watching me with this rap shit. Ain't got nothing to do with my love life. My love life.
AM Caffeine Morning Show.
Just a little taste, man.
Just a little bit. It's early.
It's early. I'm fucking.
Not everybody had their beats.
Really? You had beats this morning?
Yeah, I had a beat in my smoothie, dude. You never had that?
Beats by Dre?
Stupid ass.
Beats by Doc.
AM Caffeine Morning Show. KC Veggies in the building. So KC, tell them the title of the album, man. Let folks know how they get in contact with you, all your social media stuff. Promo all your stuff.
Make sure y'all check out the album Live and Grow in stores right now at KC Veggies, CASEY VEGGIES. You already know what it is. Holla at your boy. Yeah.
Support this project. Support KC, man. Like I said, I have seen him putting it down for years before ever meeting him, before knowing who his pops was. I literally have seen him put in work out here in these streets. And it's hard for an independent artist when you don't have that backing from a major label, and to be able to use all the tools that we now have through social media, and you have YouTube, and you have all these other outlets, to be able to use all that to your advantage and now get to a level of where he's at, man, speaks a lot for the grind. AM Caffeine Morning Show. Support my man KC Veggies. How we get down each and every Wednesday and Friday right here. Ron C, Smooth D, DJ Young Free.
You.
Rhea B is not here anymore, but we think she may have become a sex slave in Dubai. We'll talk about that next week on Wednesday.
Hilarious.
That's what we think. If we don't hear from her,
You didn't see the Facebook picture?
she's on. She's posted from Dubai,
Yeah.
Wow.
so she's free.
I hope so. Dubai, they got internet in jail.
Do they?
The taxi cabs are like Bugattis out there.
Oh.
AM Caffeine Morning Show. KC Veggies. Thanks for rocking with us
My
this whole
man.
hour, man. We appreciate
My
it.
man.
Rock with the crew. Smooth D, Ron C.
Let's get it.
In your mouth. You guys enjoy your weekend. Pick up that new KC Veggies album. Available everywhere.